Hey everyone, it is Robin Ellis coming to you with the monthly energy for May 2024. And I'm recording this on Tuesday, the 30th of April 2024. And I'm drinking some sacred cacao, just feeling like I need to get into my heart space for this one. It's been quite a month, April, hasn't it? As I thought we were going to improve, but let me just say, we are improving. It's just our tests are still coming at us. And I don't know about you, it's been really quite a tumultuous unraveling of layers for me the past month. And I'm still going through it as we go into May. I'm bringing a whole bunch of card decks through this month. So let's just do that. I'm going to have another sip of cacao. And we're going to spray the Christ light because I feel like I want to start with the Master Jesus energy today. So these come from Angelic Celestial Colours, Amanda Ellis and her team in the UK. Connecting in with the Christ energy. As we come into the beginning of May, we ask for some guidance for May, for those who tune in to Inspired Robin here on YouTube and my channels, for my past clients and those on my mailing list that receive this as well. What guidance do you have for us for this month of May 2024? Just one card, please. Stay calm. Nurture yourself. And we got the fellowship, sharing and coming together. Card number 18. Let's listen to the guidance as channeled by Amanda Ellis when she made this deck and see what comes up for us as individuals as I read the message. This card depicts the Sikh Langar free kitchen, a practice that honours unity and all invited, none denied, to food and nourishment. Prepared meals by volunteers are given freely to anyone regardless of economic status, caste, religion, gender or ethnicity. All are seated together in fellowship, deserving of what is offered. It is said to be an honour to help run the Langar, and it is an integral part of the Sikh faith. At the heart of its practice of fellowship, service and generosity is one we can model in our lives too. From cooking a meal for friends to those we do not know. Fellowship in our day-to-day life is needed now more than ever. You may work from home, be a stay-at-home parent, live away from family, be retired and alone, or feel in some other way isolated from human companionship. Likewise, living in busy cities surrounded by people who feel like strangers can also be hard. The answer to both is to participate in a community initiative, to be with like-minded people and to share stories as you travel through your life. You are a valued member of society, and your gifts and aspects that make you unique are precious and needed. It may well be that you already participate in community activities, whether leading them or simply enjoying them. The need to seek out others, to have human connection and to be part of a group is healthy for you now. By sitting with others, we learn, grow and raise our vibration as the energy of a group with good intent and love within their hearts amplifies and touches all who are present. Are you currently feeling as though you are part of something far greater but somehow are on the outside looking in? You are encouraged to find fellowship with others, to call in your soul tribe, whether online or in person, and not to block messages or invitations to participate and enter the spirit of community. If you are nervous or afraid, ask Jesus to walk with you, to find new friends, acquaintances, and people you can enjoy spending time with. Fellowship is a safe space and can nourish you. Here you find people who will be there for you, and with whom you can relax. If you work in a competitive field, fellowship can remind you of the equal playing field and to slow down and enjoy the journey. In addition, fellowship can spur you on and motivate and encourage you toward a goal or ambition. For example, to get fit, to complete a sporting challenge. You may also seek fellow souls as you go through a rite of passage, needing to share time with those who are new parents, graduating college, or dealing with widowhood, addiction therapy, puberty, menopause, and more. An important part of fellowship is what you bring to the table, what you can offer and contribute, and the problems that you have worked through. The solutions you found are invaluable life experience to someone else. You may be thinking of starting up an online blog or creating an online community that can share news, positive stories, and more. Primarily, finding fellowship is highlighted today as a means for giving you renewed strength, passion, purpose, and inspiration. Also, when heightening the power of combined intention of when two or more are gathered in my name, extraordinary breakthroughs are possible. So this seems like May is a nod to start getting out into groups that might be of interest to you and make you feel like you are seen and heard and loved and appreciated. Whether that be women's circles or other kinds of gatherings where like-minded people that are interested in the similar kind of things to you are gathering. So it's interesting. And I've been having a lot of downloads and nods and even people sharing that group healing is so powerful and so much needed now as we move forward. So this is a nod to get that going for me and for you and for those who resonate with this message. For May, let's get it started. Let's get these group things going. I intend to want to create a group thing again. I'm still working out the finer points, but that is something that is on my mind as well. So that's card number 1, and that's our Christ message for May 2024. If you watch me and you're here and you want to pop a comment on this YouTube or wherever you see this, send me an email reply. Let me know what you would like to see coming from Inspired Robin moving forward, that you could give me some ideas and note so that I know what sort of focus would be good to look at out of all the things, all the different many ideas that I have, be it an online space where we gather online, live, like a Zoom call type thing, and talk energy and this sort of thing, or whether it be an in-person gathering on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland for those of you that might be close by. But for me also, it is getting out and going to other people's events. That's what I want to do more of, and I feel a calling for that, whether they be free events because there's plenty of them, or paid events like cacao ceremonies, for example. So here I'm going to have another cacao. This is something that I have on my menu for clients that come and see me in person. So it's normally something you do, in groups, not necessarily on a video presentation, or just for yourself when you're having some spiritual time with you and yourself. Notice I got the Robin on here. I found these at an op shop, these cups, and they're special, I guess, because they go with my name and my business name. Little things like that. Let's bring in the Archangel Metatron energy next. I need to get some more sprays for Archangel Metatron. I have just the ancestral healing and the inner child at the moment in stock. There's a nod to that. Oh, Metatron's just jumping one card out. Kundalini energy, untapped energy is there to be utilized in May. bring some down for me now, because I'm feeling tired at this very last day of April, I must say. It's been hectic. So think about the amount of untapped, unused energy at your disposal. So if you're listening to this card reading actually has a bit of a healing in there. So sit down, feet on the floor, upright, or lay down and listen to my words and listen to my voice as I read this message, if you can, if you're in a place that you can do that, because the healing will come through as we read this message. Amanda Ellis is talented with her channeling, and this channeling through of Archangel Metatron for the Kundalini energy is powerful. So I want you to take advantage of the words I'm about to say. Life is busy and you may be time poor. Sometimes you feel particularly weary. Yet, you are encouraged to go within and realize the huge well of energy available to you to help support your path to enlightenment. It is there in your earthly vessel, the human body in which your eternal soul dwells. Like a burning furnace within you, the Kundalini fire energy depicted on this card needs tending and stoking. A fire that is forgotten will emit a quiet heat, but no real flames of passion or electrical current to awaken all that is available as raw, primal energy, drive, and insight. Become aware of the coiled serpent at your base chakra. This part of you is just as real as anything else. Make friends with it. Be at peace with its presence and realize that within its coils, which wish to unfold upward, there is raw power and divine essence that is yours and yours alone. Use it to ignite passion, to inspire ideas, or to receive spiritual truths. But first allow it to flow up your spine, warming each part with its light and color and energy. Tuning in now, ask yourself if you are aware of this vast energy reservoir within you. You can awaken it gently and train it via many practices: meditation, yoga, movement, dance. Maybe you wish to start such an activity now. A fifth dimensional frequency will also naturally start to stir it and will give you innate understanding of its location and any blocks as the Kundalini arises within you. Ask Metatron to guide this process. Take time. There is no rush. It is time for it now to awaken within and for you to start to read and meditate on its presence within you. So much Kundalini teaching has focused on the chakras, and these are hugely important in understanding your holistic self. But the next step is sensing this bliss-like energy as it curls up your spine and back, releasing and purifying and being able to take you to higher states of consciousness than you had previously thought possible. An awakened, upgraded chakra system results too. Look at the image on this card and absorb its colors and energy. Let it show you the state of your own Kundalini energy. Dormant, awake, or half awake. There is no judgment and no right or wrong way for it to be. It is part of you. Integrate it and own it. It is there to help your spiritual path by igniting fire, color, and light within you to help you see, feel, hear, and taste with kaleidoscopic senses. What an extraordinary hidden asset. Let Metatron unveil it for you at the right time and in the right manner. A truly awakened spirit awaits. So, that's powerful. And the fellowship card, maybe there is a group that you're going to be a part of, that we are going to be a part of moving forward. Whatever it is that resonates for you is somewhere that this energy will come through, is what I'm getting. The two, Christ and Metatron, working together on helping us to cultivate that Kundalini energy and our connection, our sharing and coming together energies as a collective and a community. So that's those first two cards. Some more cacao, I think. I'm enjoying it. The other deck that I wanted to bring through is the Angels and Ancestors deck by Kyle Gray. Wanting to bring a card through for them. Feel like a lot of ancestral healing has been happening for me in the past weeks. And you may have a lot of things been coming up for you. Particularly with the later half of April, we had the solar eclipse and then the full moon in Scorpio, and it's been quite potent, I've felt, in bringing through stuff. Oh, and we've got two cards dropped out from the Angels and Ancestors, so let's look at what those are. They've dropped onto the floor, which tells me they're the ones. So we've got Magic, Guardian, Unlock Magic Within this month. And we've got Stag, Trust and Thrive. Two very powerful energies for us for the month of May 2024. Magic, Guardian. Let's start with her. Stop looking outside yourself and recognize that you have incredible power within. Magic with a K is the energy of the universe that allows you to manifest and create through the direction and power of your will. It changes according to your frequency. The Magic Guardian is a representation of the Angel of Magic who helps you direct your will to bring something into creation. She is the angel who swirls around shamans and wise ones when they are calling on the energy of magic to help them manifest something that will be healing and supportive of their path. She is the angel of all magic that is directed for the highest good of whoever is working with it. You are the magic. You are the answer. You have it all within you. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all that you are looking for is already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will your desires into being. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift. And you're being guided to recognize now. You're being guided to recognize it now. I'm feeling the heart chakras of all of us. Really, it's in our hearts what we're wanting to do, what we know we are here to do. There's some blocks, I'm burping, still around it that we've been working through in these, particularly in these April energies that we've been having, particularly the latter half of April. For those watching now, I'm wanting to clear what I can. If you're watching this, receive the knowledge that you are magic. You have magic in you. We all do. And part of what I'm wanting to bring through is to help people see that and help people work with their own magic. Sometimes we can get blocked by it, particularly with certain circumstances. I'm not going to go into my personal circumstances, but they can, like past things and we need to learn to let it behind. Trust and Thrive card that's coming up after this, I feel has a relevance to what's stopping us and what we're needing to really tap into a bit more as well when it comes to using our magic, when it comes to unlocking the magic within us, unlocking the Kundalini. So let's read the Stag message as well. The Stag. Come alive and thrive. Stand in your light and glory with grace and majesty. The Stag card brings graceful and powerful medicine into your life. In the Celtic traditions, the stag with his crown of antlers is known as the king of the forest and is a totem that brings protection in challenging times. In Native American traditions, he is greatly loved, for stags and deer have provided food for the people and materials that have allowed them to create medicine items such as drums, rattles, and smudge fans. Although the stag has been hunted in the past and still is, he has strength, dignity, and poise. When this card arises, it can also represent fertility and sexuality, maybe an opportunity to explore your sexual side, with your spiritual integrity supporting you on that journey. You have an opportunity to thrive. Trust in all that you have to offer, all your gifts, strength, and power, and make the most of it. You were born to lead, and this can only become reality when you're willing to put yourself in that position. Stag energy allows you to feel safe because the antlers keep away anything that could interfere with your intelligence and presence, and their strength gives you the power to retain your dignity and be proud of who you are and all that you've accomplished. This in turn will give you even more power to thrive onwards and upwards. So these are very good cards together. All of them are telling us a story. All of them are telling us about the energy that we're going to be utilizing and bringing through in May. And this fellowship card coming together, I'm hearing also for me, and it may be relevant to you because it also mentioned in it about having to, maybe your story and what your experiences are going to help somebody else or help lots of other people. And I've been experiencing some stuff myself. I'm still going through it, still working through my own stuff. That is here to teach me and propel me to do something new, do it differently, and to trust and have faith and be protected in my power and in my magic with what it is that I do. And in saying that, that's something that you're also going through as well. Whatever it is for you, we're all going to have our own different individual thing. May. So I'm going, and it's interesting, new moon in Taurus, and like the horns, like this, I don't think there's a bull card in that Ancestors and Angels deck, but the Taurus energy is definitely coming through with that stag, because that trust and thrive, that image of horns and standing tall. Let's see what the Secret Language of Animals Oracle by Chip Richards wants to share as well, an animal card. And then we'll talk about moons, and I think we'll just leave it there, unless something else pops up. Some sort of channeling. Stick insect. We had some in my garden in the last week. I was playing with one in my front garden. Stillness, awareness, discernment, and composure. I've been needing to do that, and that's possibly why there were so many of them around. That was very much needed in the latter weeks of April. So remembering the lessons of April and bringing in that stick insect energy of stillness, awareness, discernment, composure. Let's read about stick insect. In the early days of Earth, when the elements were still finding their roles in Gaia's story, there was a time when trees were not bound to one place, but slowly they walked the land like giants, going where they were needed most to ground the energies of the heavenly realm into the earth and the underworld. Those days are long since gone, but there remains a small reflection of this time in the stoic life and peaceful ways of the stick insect. Stick insect, or walking stick as he is sometimes known, is a long, thin insect living in a plant disguise, vegetarian cousin to the mantis, coloured in shades of green or brown. Stick insect grows from a tiny egg up to 14 inches in length and has an incredible ability to pose motionless in the likeness of a twig for hours at a time to hide from predators. At times he will sway gently back and forth as if to mimic the wind, and sometimes some stick insects have even developed extra growths that look like leaves for camouflage. The male stick insect has neatly folded, brightly coloured wings that he sometimes flashes while excreting a toxic odour to ward off predators before opening them into a gliding flight to safety. The female does not have wings, so she is less capable of defending herself, but she carries a unique gift to support the survival of her species. She is able to reproduce offspring without the presence or contribution of a male. What does that have to share? The message that comes with stick insect for us this month of May is there are times to move with great acceleration and power. There are times to return to natural rhythms and move in a more gentle pace. The message of stick insect takes this spectrum one step further, calling us to return to that ancient place deep within that knows the power of pure stillness. This is interesting. Become observant. Open your eyes to see and take in the world with all of your senses. There is potency in silence and stillness. There is power in allowing yourself to become invisible for a time. To carry on with your own business, building up the rhythm of your work in the world without the need to be seen or noticed. Discernment is key at this time. Don't broadcast yourself or be lured by others' agendas. Keep your plans close to your heart and keep your energy sweetly focused on the simple task of nurturing the seeds you've planted and tending your garden of life. Oh, I've got an itchy eye all of a sudden. It's telling me to look at that. Be patient and grateful. The harvest time is coming. But for the moment, what is brewing deep within you is simply a contract between you and your Creator. Honor it with an inner smile as an invitation to savor the sacred stillness of your being. Instead of chasing the thoughts and opinions of others, spend more time in prayer and meditation, seeking the direct counsel of your greater source within. And from this center place, bring your expanded awareness gently back into your world. As your mind and movements slow down, your ability to see and perceive opportunity expands. You will know what action is needed and you will move with calmness and clarity. You will smile softly and those around you may not even notice as you step from quiet stillness to full fruition and the joyful harvest of your dreams. In the stillness, I am power, nothing to hide and nothing to prove. In the stillness, I express. In the stillness, I am present to the pulse of my Creator, rising up within me. And so that just seems to be like counterintuitive to what I've just been talking about with regards to trust and thrive. Yeah, that's definitely stick insect. Unlock the magic within, and the Kundalini, like you would think Kundalini would be like energy coming up and being very vibrant and colorful and noticed and loud. But I feel like stick insect is sharing with us that it doesn't have to be that way. Indeed, it can be a quiet knowing, a quiet unraveling and growing of what is coming through in May. That we have faith and trust. We trust and we do thrive. We will trust and thrive. We will untap our energy and our Kundalini energy. We will gather in groups and have that sharing and coming together, that fellowship energy coming through. We will unlock our magic within. And how do we do that the best? How do we do that and bring it forth for the collective, for ourselves, for whatever's coming for us? Is we be the stick insect and we sit in our stillness and awareness and our discernment and composure as we navigate May. We've learned a lot in April and that will come through. I'm going to leave it there. Pop in the comments your thoughts on May. I'd love to hear from you, or reach out to me by email or my website, and let me know your thoughts on the month of May and how you're going. I like to have conversation. I'm on Instagram as @InspiredRobin. I'm on the DM there. So even a DM to Inspired Robin on Instagram, we can chat that way as well. I look forward to May. We've got I was going to talk about moons. We've got the new moon in Taurus on the 8th, Wednesday the 8th. And then we've got the full moon coming up on the 23rd of May. So we've got similar date times with new moons and obviously full moons. That's how I'm sort of sharing that side of things. Let's just talk about the new moon that we've got coming up at the end of the first week of May, the 8th. So it's in Taurus. Celebrates the abundance of the world. It's not only about having what you need to scrape by, it is about living well and being surrounded by quality and beauty. The Taurian moon is wise, earthy, and fertile. She's ready to multiply your intentions, as generous as a tree laden with fruit. Her gentle and imaginative manner inspires mothers, artisans, builders, and business people alike. The planetary ruler of Taurus, Venus, is in attendance, auspiciously whispering her blessings as the sun and moon meet in the depths of the velvety sky. Uranus and Jupiter are also in Taurus. Uranus is loosening long-held assumptions and blockages, and this may feel a little uncomfortable. So if you're feeling discomfort with the changes, welcome in Jupiter's energy. He is beaming forth his infallible optimism and obliterating fixed thinking and old ideas with his wisdom. To align your intentions with the flow of tonight's full moon, this is on the 8th of May, Wednesday, contemplate your material needs in a heart-centered way. What do you need to not just survive, but thrive? What is needed to help you feel grounded, embodied, and secure? How might you not only attract the beauty and harmony you crave in your life, but also spread outwards into the world around you? Survive or thrive is the message coming through. I feel like there's been a lot of lessons on that in April. So just continuing on, by being the stick insect and being very observant, still have composure and discern what's coming up for you. It's time to spread your beauty outwards into the world. So what is still needed to help you feel secure? That is what's coming in the beginning of May with the new moon. My ears are really ringing, which tells me there's a lot of activation and a lot of new data coming through for us. Upgrades. One of the cards also talked about frequencies, didn't it? The frequencies. Frequency is very much a thing to be focused on. Working with frequency, music, sound, vibrations, and our own frequencies is really important, and being aware of them, whether we're up or down, and how we can get back up again, I suppose. But when we are feeling down, to really observe and discern what it is that is causing that. What is that all about? Because that's going to be key in us navigating what we really truly value, what we really truly want in our world and in our life. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking with me. And I look forward to sharing a bit more through the month. Take it easy. I've been off tap a little bit this month and in April. So I'm hoping that come May, even though Stick Insect seems to be saying be still, be quieter and whatnot, and in your own space, I suppose, just camouflaged. The sun and light is really bright outside. That energy is really there to shine on us, and things are changing. Things are coming through differently, and it's just a waiting game. It's just keep working on ourselves and keep in our own intentions and keep them strong. Be very discerning with what you want. And if there's ways that are blocking that, then you've got to find your ways, like the dragonfly, of darting around what is blocking whatever it is that feels like it's not for you, or feels like it's an interference for you, using your protections. As my eyebrow itches. Yeah, that's all I'm going to share for this month. I'll see you next month in, can you believe it, June. Bye for now.